Welcome back to my channel. I have done quite a few videos about ghost stories for the Chinese ghost month and Halloween. So today I'm going to do something different. I'm going to fulfill one of my earlier promises. That is to present a video about the utopia envisioned by Confucian scholars. This ideal might never be realized during the long Chinese history. However, this vision is cherished by generation after generations Confucian scholar officials and inspired them to study and pass the grueling civil service examinations so that they can administer a county, a province, or even the whole empire under the leadership of their emperor. And their work is going to get the whole empire close to this ideal state. This ideal is called 大同, or the Great Harmony. I'm Dr. Gao, a philosopher specialized in classical Chinese philosophies and ethics. I also have a passion for classical Chinese poetry. I make videos about the classical Chinese philosophies, poetry, and traditional Chinese medicine. Please click the like button and subscribe my channel. Your support is very important to me. Any small donation to my channel is much appreciated so that I can focus my attention on making better and more videos for you. I also offer one-to-one online lessons on these subjects. So, if you would like to have personally tailored lessons or read the original Chinese text with me, please contact me. Here's my email address. Now, back to the Confucian paradise. This political vision of an ideal society is presented in the most important Confucian text called Li Ji. This text is an encyclopedia kind of work, consists of 34 volumes covering all sorts of topics such as ethics, ritual, music, political theories, educational theories, etiquette, as well as conversations between Confucius and his disciples about these topics. This text had been a textbook for all state-sponsored schools and private schools and a subject of civil service examination for nearly 1300 years during Imperial China. I have posted a short video clip explaining this text. Here is the link. But given how important this text was for Confucian scholar officials, I might make more videos about this text in the future. Please let me know if you would like to know more about this text in the comment section down below. Today, I'm going to focus on Volume 9 in the title of 礼运, or the Revolution of Right, and Volume 18 in the title of 经解, or the Explication of the Classics. I would like to explain a bit about the title of Volume 9 here. The character Li is usually translated as ritual, and I follow this convention here. I would also like to point out this character Li represents more than ritual, as you will know after watching this video, so please do watch to the end. The character Yun is also used in many different senses. The character is made of two parts. The part of 走 or walk intermittently, signifying the meaning of movement, and 军 or army, signifying the sound of this character. So the character Yun essentially refers to regular or cyclical movement, such as the revolution of celestial bodies, such as the sun, the moon, the planets, and the stars. So many phrases for moving things include this character in the phrase, such as 运动 or exercise, 运输 or transport, etc. Because the ancient Chinese also believed that human destiny is determined by the movement of celestial bodies. Yun also refer to one's fortune, as in the phrase of 命运 or destiny, 运气 or fortune. I suggest the character yun here is used in both the sense of movement and the sense of destiny, because this volume touches on how ritual and its performance impact on the structure and order of the ancient Chinese society, and more importantly, its influence in shaping interpersonal relationships, such as those between the ruler and his subjects, parents and their children, husband and wife, younger and older siblings, as well as members of a community, etc. It also helped to establish the connections between humanity and the supernatural entities such as the God and other spirits, as well as between human and the natural world, such as mountains and rivers, etc. In other words, ritual performance is the tool for human beings to structure every aspect of their lives. I won't have time to discuss all the content in this volume. I'm just going to present and translate the paragraph that describes the Confucian ideal called 大同 or the Great Harmony. Then I would present the translations of a few more paragraphs from volume 18 that explains the cultural and political significances of ritual performance. Since the paragraph on the Great Harmony is a bit long, I'm going to present it in 4 parts. Now, let me read the first part in Chinese first, and then translate it character by character. 大道之行也，天下为公。选贤与能，讲信修睦。故人不独亲戚亲，不独子妻子。Da means great. Dao is usually translated as the way. I just would like to point out that the Confucian interpretation of the Tao is quite different from that of the Taoist. It is not used to refer the nature cause of things as the Taoist. Rather, it is used as a generic term representing the way of thinking or practice of a philosophy. 知 means of, 行 means practice. 也 is the sign to indicate a stop. 天 means heaven, 下 means under. 天下 refers all things under the heaven. 为 means is. 公 has 2 overlapping meanings. One is that it refers to something shared by all members of a community, as in the phrase of 公共, meaning communal or public, in contrast to the character 私 or private. The other is to be open to public, as in the phrase of 公告 or public announcement. Here it is used in the first sense, meaning all under the heaven belongs to all human beings. 选 means elect. 贤 refers to a virtuous person. 语 means and. 能 refers to a talented person or competent person. 讲 literally means to explain, to reconcile, or to resolve conflicts. 信 means trust. When 讲 and 信 are used together, it means to build trust by communicating effectively and resolve conflicts. This compound meaning is very hard to find a counterpart in English. So I translate 讲信 as reciprocate. 修 means build. 木 means to be friendly in modern Chinese, but it has different meaning in classical Chinese. As you can see in its oracle bone script, there are three little houses on the left with the character 见 or to see, to meet, or to visit on the right. So Mu literally refers to a harmonious neighborhood where people meet and visit each other frequently. The second script was how it has been written since the 3rd century BCE. I also insert the phrase to serve the public in this sentence as the object to complete the sentence. 故 means hence, 人 means people, 不 means not, 读 means only. 亲 here is used as a verb meaning to take care of one's parent. 戚 means there, and the second 亲 refers to the parent. 不 again means not, 读 means only. 子 is used as a verb meaning to raise or take care of children. And 戚 also means there, and the second 子 is used as a noun to refer children. So these sentences can be translated as, if the greater way is practiced, all under heaven is shared by all human beings. The virtuous and talented ones are elected to serve the public. People reciprocate and build a harmonious neighborhood. They do not just support their own parents, nor do they just raise their own children. 是老有所终，壮有所用，幼有所长。今寡孤独废疾者，皆有所养。男有分，女有归。使 means to make something happen. 老 refers to the elders. 有 means to have. 所 is the linking word to connect the noun 老 or the elders with the verb 终 or to have a good end. So 老有所终 means for the elder to have a good end. In other words, the elders are supported to the end of their lives. 壮 refers to grown men. 有 means to have. 所 again is the linking word. And 用 means to be employed. So 壮有所用 means for all the grown men to be employed. 幼 refers to the really young ones, such as preteen children. 有 again means to have, and 所 is the linking word. And 长 means to grow. 金 refers to widowers. 寡 refers to widow. 孤 refers to orphans. 独 refers to elders without children to support them. 废 refers to disabled people. 疾 refers to the sick. 者 is the character indicating all these kind of people. 皆 means all. 有 means have. 所 again is the linking word. 养 is the counterpart to the modern Chinese of 供养, means to provide food, accommodation, and emotional support. So I translate it as compensate. 男 means male. 有 means to have. 分 literally means to divide, but it also refers to the share of fortune one gets after the fortune is divided. 女 means female. 有 means to have. 归 is a little hard to translate. So I'm going to trace back to its oracle bone script. It looks like this. It is made up by a symbol of military seal on the left. The character font for a neighboring kingdom, on the top of the right. The character 子 for stop at the bottom of the right. It literally means to stop the war against a neighboring kingdom and return victoriously. I suspect the character's connection to marrying a woman off might come from marrying off the captured woman as a reward to the returning warriors, or marrying a princess of the defeated kingdom to a member of the aristocrats as a peace deal to the winning kingdom. However, the meaning was determined in the ancient time. Gui eventually obtained the meaning of marrying off a woman. So I translate it as make home for a woman. So these sentences can be translated as the elders are supported to the end of their lives. The grown men are employed for their talents. Children are raised properly, widowers, widows, orphans, disabled, and the sick are all properly compensated. All men can make their share of fortune, and all women can make their homes. 或物其弃于地也，不必藏于己；利物其不出于身也，不必为己。或 refers to goods. Wu means dislike. Qi refers to the goods, so I translate it as them. Qi means throw out. Yu means on. Di means ground. Ye is the stop sign. Bu means not. Bi means must or necessarily. Chang means height. Yu here can be translated as for. Ji means self. Li means labor. Wu again means dislike. Qi refers to the labor, so I translate it as it. Bu means not. Chu means come out. Yu means of. Sen refers to the self. Ye again is a stop sign. Bu means not. Bi means must or necessarily. Wei means for. Ji means self. So these two sentences can be translated as: for goods, people dislike to throw them on the ground. Now hide them for themselves. As for their labor, they dislike it if the labor does not come from themselves, not just for themselves. 是故毛弊而不兴，盗窃乱贼而不作，故外户而不闭，是谓大同。是故 means hence or because of this. Mo means to pluck something. Bi literally refers to close the door, as shown in these two bronze scripts. 毛壁 literally refers to clothes behind a closed door. So I translate the term as schemer's plot. means and. Bu means not. 兴 literally means to stand up. In this context, it refers to the support a schemer's plot can get. With the negation to the plot, this line is saying that a schemer's plot has no appeal. Dao refers to bandits. Qie refers to steal or thief. Luan means riot or rebellion. Zai refers to traitor. Means and. Bu means not. 做 is a rather complicated word that has many meanings. It initially means the act of a carpenter carving a piece of wood as shown in its oracle bone script. It later extends to include all kinds of labor or creative work. For instance, The Chinese term for author is 作者, or the person who creates. His or her creative process is called 创作 or to create, and his or her work is called 著作 or book, etc. In classical Chinese texts, 作 also means to arise, such as this line from a text of Eastern Han Dynasty, 论衡 or on balance. 周秦之际, 诸子并作. During the Zhou and Qin dynasties, many thinkers arose. Here, the character is used in the second sense, meaning arise. 故 means hence, why means external, who means though, means and, 不 means not, 闭 means closed, 是 means this, 味 means cold, 大 means great. 同 is translated as harmony here. I would like to explain why I translate it as harmony. Let's look at Tong's oracle bone script and bronze script. It is made of two characters, 凡 meaning everyone, and 口 meaning mouth. So 同 means for all members to shout or sing in unison. If we imagine a scenario in a battlefield, 同 means to shout the battle cries in unison. If we imagine a scenario in a ritual ceremony, 同 means to sing in unison. There is a very well-known saying from 左传, or the Chronicle of Master 左, 国之大事在事与容, or the most significant affairs of a state are the performance of rituals and military campaign. So, the character 同 describes the ideal state of the two most significant affairs of a state. Given the fact that Confucian political theory is built around the ideas of ritual and musical performances, it is not surprising a musical imagery of singing in unison is used to describe an ideal society. That is why I translate 大同 as the great harmony. So these sentences can be translated as, hence, schemers' plans has no appeal. There will be no bandits, thieves, or rebellious traitors, and people keep their doors open and not closed. This is what we call the great harmony. In summary, this paragraph describes what an ideal Confucian society should look like. The very first sentence states the most important value of the Confucian paradise. That is, all things under the heaven should be shared by all people. This is the ultimate equality. However, this does not mean that everyone should be treated equally. The society should still be run by the virtuous and talented members, and everyone should care about each other's welfare. A person should support others' parents just like he or she would support their own parents, and care about others' children just like one's own. This is how the young, the weak, the vulnerable members of a society be cared for. More importantly, all men should be able to make his own share of fortune, and all women should be able to make their own home. This is how we make everyone happy and how we avoid crime in a society. This is the ideal that inspired hundreds of generations of Confucian scholar officials to study hard and pass the brutal civil service examinations and serve the emperors. This is also the standard they judged the sovereign to see if he or she worth their support and loyalty. Although there was hardly any emperor in Chinese long history who ever achieved this ideal, there were still a couple of them who tried very hard to achieve this ideal, or at the very least attempt to portray themselves as one who tried to do it. These include the Great Tang Dynasty Emperor Li Shiming, the Song Dynasty Emperor Zhao Zhen, the Ming Dynasty Emperor Zhu Di, and the Qing Dynasty Emperor Kangxi. Now, let me cite a few quotes from Volume 18, 经解, or the explications of the classics, to explain the sort of ruler envisioned by Confucian scholars who worth their support and loyalty. The Son of Heaven forms a trinity with the heaven and the earth. His virtues should match that of the heaven and earth. He benefits the 10,000 things, and his wisdom is as bright as the sun and the moon, which shines on all things between the four oceans, and not miss anything, however small. When he presides his court, he preaches orders based on humanity, wisdom, propriety, and justice. When he is at his private quarter, he listens to the oaths and elegance. When he walks, his jade ornament clink. When he board his chariot, there are harmonious sounds of phoenix-shaped bells. He follows ritual propriety whether he is at the court or his private quarter. He acts moderately whether he proceeds or retreats. Hence, his 100 officials will fulfill their duties appropriately, and the 10,000 affairs are conducted with order. The last line is of particular importance. The Confucian ideal leader is not the one who is personally involved in running the show. Instead, he is more of symbolic and religious significances because he has the 100 officials to perform the duties of running the state on his behalf. He should be the moral role model for his people, and the high priest communicating with the heaven and the earth on behalf of his subjects. As long as he acts morally and performs his rituals properly, he has the heavenly mandate, and everything should be fine. This also explains why the account about the Confucian paradise has the title of Li Yun, or the revolution of rituals. Now, let me show you a few more quotes from Volume 18 explaining the functions of rituals. As for governing a state properly, ritual propriety is like the balance scale for weighting up things, the carpenter's ink marker for straight lines, and the ruler and compass for squares and circles. Therefore, the rituals at the court are intended to mark out the differences between the ruler and the subjects. Those for exchanges between princes are to ensure mutual respect among them. Those of mourning and sacrifices are intended to remind the subjects or descendants the blessing they have from their rulers or ancestors. The drinking ceremonies at a village or a county are intended to show the proper manners between the young and the elders. The marriage ritual are intended to demonstrate the different roles of a man and a woman. So, Ritual propriety prevents the rise of disorder or riot, just like a dam prevents a flood. As you can see from this quote, the account of Confucian Paradise places huge moral and social responsibilities on the leaders of various ranks. The higher the rank, the more responsibility a leader has. The emperor bore the biggest moral and social responsibilities. He is even responsible for natural disasters because he is the high priest. And he is responsible to make sure that he acts morally so that the heaven will bless his regime with good harvest and peace for his subjects. The officials are responsible for operating the various state apparatus to make sure the state machinery runs smoothly. They should be virtuous and competent, while the commoner ought to contribute to the general welfare of their community. This is a very different vision from that of the paradise in Christianity or the utopia in Western political theories. I would love to hear your thoughts on the Confucian paradise or utopia. Please leave your views in the comment section down below. I would also like to mention that the Tao Te Ching also presents some ideas of an ideal society, which was further developed by a 4th century BCE Chinese poet named Tao Yuanming. I might present a video about the Taoist utopia in the future. Please let me know if you're interested in such a video. I'm Dr. Gao, a philosopher specialized in classical Chinese philosophies and ethics. I'm also passionate about classical Chinese poetry. I make videos about classical Chinese philosophies, poetry, and traditional Chinese medicine. Please click the like button and subscribe my channel. Your support is very important to me. I also offer one-to-one online lessons on these subjects. So, if you would like to have personally tailored lessons on these subjects or read the classical Chinese text with me, please contact me. Here's my email address. Thanks for watching my video. I'll see you next time.